Well, hello everybody. Coming to you from the Frost home. Merry Christmas.
Yes, Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope everybody's out Christmas shopping and having a good time and getting ready for the holiday season.
Anyway, I just wanted to ask for another prayer request. My mom goes in tomorrow for her first radiation treatment. So she's got 5 treatments, and we're praying that it zaps that lung cancer right out of her. So please keep her in your prayers. It's been a little bit of an emotional week over here at the Frost home.
Absolutely.
We're getting through, and we appreciate all the prayer requests. The prayers that you're sending up for us, because I think ever since we started our live videos and our ministry went live, it's been a little nutty. So as you know, the devil likes to attack when you're doing anything for the Lord's kingdom. But we're going to talk some more about our story. We literally, like I said, we met. I was crazy party girl, and Jay was married and going through a divorce.
Right. And as we talked about before, we met in a bar. So, by all standards, that's not the best place to meet according to most people. And we still made it. We're still here, but it's a long road. And we want to start the story tonight talking about that. As we talked about, we met at the Arizona Center. We decided, after I spoke to her on the phone a couple times after we met, to go on a date. And so we went on some dates and got to know each other. And all of a sudden, we start talking about moving in together and living together. And
it was kind of funny because, I think it was the second or third date, I knew I was going to marry him. I had our whole Fountain Hills wedding planned out. I wanted this helicopter to bring me in and all this wonderful fantasy stuff, but it didn't happen that way. But we did get married in Fountain Hills.
Yes.
But to backtrack, after we met in the bar, we kind of went out on a few dates, and then we did move in together. So that was a rough time. We were living in Tempe in this apartment, and I just remember one night we got in a fight. And all of a sudden, I just had a lot of really bad anger issues from my dad leaving, and then my mom and dad being divorced, and just the way I was raised. And I didn't know how to handle my emotions. I didn't know really how to deal with things like I should. So I drank a lot, that's for sure. And this one night we got in this fight, and I'm throwing his clothes.
It wasn't funny, but it was funny if you think about it. Too many movies showing that.
So I'm literally tossing his clothes off the balcony, screaming, and our neighbors called the cops. It was bad. So we were like Jerry Springer Psycho when we met. And every single one of our friends were like, you guys are not going to make it.
Yeah, we had so many people telling us after we had been together for 2 years at this point, and they're looking at us going, you guys are never going to make it, and I don't want to say this as a proud thing, but I want to say it in the sense of just that we're together, and unfortunately most of them are not. We wish that they were. So God makes a big difference, because even then God was watching over us, even though I wasn't walking with God, neither was she. And we battled each other, and it was a battle. We're both smart. We both think we have it all figured out.
Type A personality.
Type A personalities. And it's like, I'm right. No, I'm right. No, I'm right. And we would argue about the stupidest stuff. And even our kids today, can see that we've changed quite a bit, because most of those changes about arguing over stupid stuff has only happened recently over the last few years, because it took a while for God to get us on the right path.
Yeah, absolutely. 27 years plus. And then, so we decided to get married. And then how you kind of asked me to get married was kind of no fun either.
Well, I want to back up.
We can back up a little bit, but next time we talk to you, we'll tell you that story.
Yeah.
That was funny.
It was a great story. But,
For him.
it's kind of like when I got divorced, it was eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we die. And so it was going to be, if I'm going to die, I'm going to die rich. So I decided to really go full force into real estate. My attitude was, there's a lot of money out there. I'm just going to go out there and get some of it. And whether God was going to help me or not, I didn't talk to him. It wasn't really part of my venue. I went out and learned about real estate, and Kimberly was right along there with me.
Yep, and we started, and we were actually very blessed at the beginning, but
absolutely,
I was raised that money, in the 80s, money was where it was at. you had to be rich, the whole American dream. And you had to have money, you had to have the cars, the lives of the rich and famous.
Oh, yeah.
So that's kind of where my materialism came from. I always wanted to be well off and well to do and, the best at anything and everything that we did. So that's what we did. We took real estate by storm, and we were like 10 years. Well, that was before kids, but we sold a lot of real estate all the time.
Right.
And we didn't have kids for a while. Like I said, 10 years. So we sold real estate, and we started back in the foothills area. We built up all of that, all the way like Eagle Ridge, Tapestry Canyon. And Jay got real lucky. He started working with custom home builders, Wall and Sons, the Bradleys, and then Forte Homes, got them up and running, and some other builders. But yeah, so we kind of walked into it going, it's all about
money.
All
about money.
It's all about our stuff, and it's all about just us, because it was just us.
And the materialism, I think, was a lot about why we argued about stuff, because we didn't have a real core of a relationship other than based on money and
stuff.
Sex.
And stuff.
Yeah. So, and I only want to say that because that was just part of our life, was we just, wanted to love each other. And that was really what we did. We went out and drank and partied a lot and had that kind of fun.
Yeah, that's exactly. But we thank you guys for tuning in today. And please pray for my mama. And we will see you next Wednesday.
Yes.
We're planning on doing these on Wednesdays. And we're trying to do them a little later, so we're not doing them while you're driving home. But if you tuned in, please place a comment or anything that you got from this, or anything you want to hear. We're here for you.
Right.
And we thank you for everything, and we'll see you next week.
And God bless.
Take care.
I think you did.